Hello, everybody. It's Fred Roberts and with International Log Builders Association. And today we are interviewing a guy named Rich Kinsman that I visited with him a little bit before the this little bitty talk here. This guy's a pretty sharp guy. Y'all need to listen to him. He is what I would say. He is on the ball. He knows what he's doing. And Rich, you doing all right today, buddy?
I sure am, Fred. I appreciate you having me here today.
Good, good. Tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about Confederation Log Homes, if you would.
Well, I'm the vice president of sales for 1867 Confederation Log and Timber Frame, and we're going into our 43rd year of being in business, and that's something to be pretty proud of. There's a lot of guys out there that have a lot of industry experience in different avenues that way, but to say that we've got a house that's over 4 decades old is pretty cool. And we do everything from a small town in Ontario, Bobcaygeon. It's about an hour and a half northeast of Toronto, and everything is a custom design and custom manufactured, handcrafted log and timber frame home.
Well, I tell you what, always before we have these talks, I go to the websites. Y'all do a very good job on y'all's website. That itself would sell a lot of log homes in my industry. But y'all also tell me a little bit about y'all just received an award, I think in 2021. Can you tell me a little bit about that and the award that y'all received?
Well, the Log Home Living puts out a contest every year to anybody in our industry, and those companies can submit their best log and timber frame project, and then it's put out to pretty much anybody in the continental U.S. to vote on which homes are deemed as the most popular or the most that gather the most votes. And these are people that aren't necessarily clients. They're just fans. They just love log and timber frame homes. And this year we actually won best log home as well as best timber frame home. So we were featured in the magazine twice, and that was a very humbling award for us, because again, it's something that anybody can throw their name into the hat, and for us to be picked we were pretty proud of that. And this year again was two houses, but years previous we've also been featured in the magazine. It was 2015 and 2017. We also were featured in the magazine. So this isn't the first time that we've been looked at as the premier log and timber frame company and what we do.
Now, 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 I thought this was interesting when we were talking, Rich. But you said that was your personal house that made won the award. Is that correct?
The timber frame home, yeah, is a house that my family and I built a couple of years ago, and had some pictures taken of it, and I thought we'd just kind of throw it out there and see what the response was like, and it ended up making the magazine. So yeah, we were very, very proud of that.
Well, you know what? You got some kudos, I bet you, from your family, because I know, unlike a lot of other homes that are built, log homes are a family thing. People get involved in that with the design. If I remember correctly, reading on y'all's website, and y'all continually use, which is a neat process, custom home. Y'all build a custom home, and it is a custom home. I saw those pictures. So I imagine the people that are on that, you've got a sliding picture going across behind you, and I bet you the people in that picture were also involved in that custom home.
A lot of the pictures you see behind me here are of my family, and 100% they had a big part in designing the house that we are in now. And that's the same with all of our clients. Our clients will take an idea as a starting point, and that can be a physical plan, whether it's our website or a magazine or something they see on TV or whatever, and it always gets manipulated. There's sometimes, oh, yeah, we've had clients that'll take 2 and 3 and sometimes 5 and 6 different plans, and I like the kitchen from this one and the bedroom layout here, and you know what, the trusses at the entry on this one are cool. I just can't really figure out how the furniture placement is going to be in the great room, but we mash all that together and then we design something that's uniquely theirs. So in, again, over 40 years, we've never done the same home twice, and we've never done one as is from any of our previous books or our website or anything like that.
I know that when we're dealing with folks on the insurance side of their log home, sometimes I'll say, well, who's the person who's designing and building your home? And let's say they said, well, it's Confederation Log Homes. And I'll sometimes say, well, which design did you want? Well, we're building XYZ. And I'll say, okay, so what did you change? Because no, you're exactly right. Everybody gets an idea from plans and then they change them. Everybody changes them.
Yeah,
But
we've got a
you got
model home. We've got a model home here on site that's just over 20 years old, and
really,
we've done countless versions of that model because that layout really works. But again, there's always these sometimes small, sometimes big changes, and at the end of the day, I can't tell you that we've done that same model home the way that it sits here right now, but we've done dozens of different versions of it.
oh, sure, sure. And that seems to be the norm. So who's ever out there listening, don't think that you've got a secret because everybody changes from when they look at it, they make changes. And that's pretty cool about the log industry. You can do that pretty easily, especially with somebody like Rich here who's willing to work with you and get things done that make a difference. Rich, where all will y'all go? Where all will Confederation Log Homes send a home, build a house?
The short answer to that is on the planet.
Ah,
We're based in Ontario. That's primarily home for us. That's, I would say, the majority of our business. But we do have a house in every Canadian province. We're in over 20 states. There's a confederation in Spain, in Italy, Germany. There's a ski resort in Japan. So we did a house in the Caribbean years ago. So yeah, it's pretty much anywhere on the planet.
that's pretty cool. The Caribbean, huh? Log home in the Caribbean.
Yep.
You didn't use palm wood or palm tree wood to build those log homes, did you?
We used the same pine that we use in every other house. It was actually a fella contacted me just when COVID started, and he wanted to do a pretty lengthy addition to it. So I got to see. I
Really?
didn't realize it was there, and I got to see pictures of it and videos of it, and it's quite a spot, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I bet. I bet. Well, you know what? Log homes are the ultimate, to me, they're the ultimate safe home.
Yeah.
And we have seen houses built that storms and tornadoes have come through, hurricanes have come through, and every conventional home out there is wiped off the planet. But there's that log home. It may rip the roof off, but those walls are there to stay.
It's
So
funny you say that because we've seen our homes in that exact same scenario. We have confederations in hurricane areas, and you're right. Every house around it will be flattened, and the roof might be gone on ours, but those logs will stay intact for sure.
yeah, the logs stay there. What wood do y'all prefer using Confederation? Do y'all have a preference on logs or
The most popular log we'll use is pine, and that's a northeastern white pine. It's they're harvested from the north end of the province, which is a very cold and harsher climate. So it makes for a slower growing tree. So your growth rings are smaller, which makes
right?
for a more dense and stable wood. There's a lot of northern white pines out there, but when you get them from northern Ontario, that's a premier product for sure. We do offer cedar as well. We don't do a lot of it because of the price point, but the majority of our homes are done in pine.
All right. Well, I know people are wondering. So, give me an interesting one that you've built since your time there, or you've designed or sold. Everybody has a special story in the back of their head. They go, "Well, one time we built a house on the side of a cliff over." Of course, the one over in what'd you say, Jamaica or wherever it was. That's pretty interesting itself. But do you have any
We, we,
special
we
stories?
it's interesting you say that because we've been in a lot of different areas, a lot of different job sites, a lot of different access points all over the globe. There was two clients actually. There was a fella from BC that did a cedar log home in Ontario, and we had a fella that moved from Ontario to BC, and he did a pine log home. Because if you go out west, the majority of it is done in cedar. So it was kind
Right.
of interesting to see how two opposite ends of our country, they did the opposite of what is deemed conventional in terms of the materials used for a log home. So that was kind of an interesting story for sure.
Yeah, it really is. Really is. Now, do y'all use dead standing timber, or do y'all do kiln dried logs? What do we? There was some article in your deal that said y'all have a certain type of drying process.
Yeah, all of our logs are brought here in the raw cant form, and then they
Right.
sit 1 to 2 years in our yard, air drying.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. So we're always at minimum a year ahead of the sales cycle, because we
Wow.
want to have all of the moisture down to the natural humidity, so
Right.
that moisture content is down to the absolute lowest, so that there isn't warping, twisting, more checking, massive shrinkage. Everything is minimal, and it takes a lot of space and room here to have anywhere
Well,
from 40 to 70 houses worth of logs sitting out at any given time.
you know what? Maybe next time we'll do another series with you, but maybe we'll have you walk around with your phone and give us an idea of what the facilities look like, or maybe go to a facility where a home is, or during construction or whatever. I definitely want to do something else with you, Rich. We don't want to stop right here, and because I think Confederation has a lot to offer to its clients and to the industry. To be truthful with you, and if you would, before we stop, would you tell the audience how they can get in touch with you? What is the best way to get in touch with you? And just some final words, if you don't mind, then I'll sign us off. Go ahead.
There's honestly a ton of information on our website. I've had a big part in the marketing to kind of design our website to go over a lot of frequently asked questions and to kind of educate a lot of people on the process of not even necessarily building a confederation, but building a log or timber frame home in general. What you can expect in terms of the design process, the manufacturing, what's on the truck, what isn't on the truck, what are you responsible for, what are we responsible for, and basically a kind of a 101 on the entire process. So that would be a good spot to start. confederationloghomes.com. If there are specific questions, you can always get us by phone at 877-GO2 logs. But a good place to start would be on our website, confederationloghomes.com.
Well, in the end here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to encourage everybody to contact y'all, and to first go to your website. You've got that. Everybody knows where the website is. Go there, look it up, and if you have any problems locating, or you can't spell it, or you can't remember exactly what it is, if you can remember the name Rich, you probably can call that lady with ILBA, or International Log Builders Association, and she could probably get you hooked up with Rich here. So anyway, thank you very much. And like I said, this won't be the last of the series. We're going to have you on again, because I want to see those 40 to 70 houses out there, and see what they look like before they're put up and made walls out of. So you've
It's
got a great.
interesting. It's interesting you say that, because if we did a tour around, I could literally show you like our material and then go through our design center where they're drawn, and then go through our production where we pre-assemble every one of our homes. So it would be a good step-by-step tour of here's day one inventory, going through design and then into manufacturing, and then onto the truck to the job site to be turned into somebody's dream home.
Well, I think that'd be a great idea. I think the audience would like to see that. Uh, most people, when they're getting started building a log home, Rich, they don't have a clue. And so the more they're educated, the better off they are, and better off you are on the receiving side. And so, but we're going to sign off. This is Fred Roberts, and with International Log Builders Association, you can get hold of Barb in the office, and just go to logassociation.org, and she can connect you with old Rich here. And I hope everybody has a good day, and a great holiday and Christmas. So thank you. And Rich, we'll talk to you later. Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
Fred. I appreciate it.